global happenings today. We communicate, we analyze global news. Stay tuned.
Hello, beautiful people. Welcome to Global Happiness Today YouTube channel. Yes, Father Mbaka is back. He's back from suspension, but then again, a lot of Nigerians believe that now that he's back, he'll be very calm and probably totally, if not totally, staying away from politics that probably led to his initial suspension. But alas, I guess politics is still very much in the bloodstream of Father Mbaka. In a moment, you're going to find out what he said again, that Nigerians are shouting, "Hey, Father Mbaka again." It's getting really interesting. Before we go into the newspaper, kindly subscribe to our channel by clicking on the red subscribe button beside it. You say bell notification icon. Please go ahead, click on it to get notified as soon as we update our channel on YouTube. Yes, Father Mbaka had made an official statement some 2-3 days ago, insisting that yes, he has been lifted, the ban over his ministry has been lifted, that he will start officially his first Sunday service some hours ago. But even that first Sunday service, Father Mbaka couldn't resist the urge to go political again. Let's hit the ground running. It's no longer news that Catholic authorities in Enugu have lifted their suspension that was placed on Adoration Ministry Enugu, Nigeria, and the spiritual director, Father Mbaka. It will be recalled that the ministry was closed for several months over a remark that was made by Father Mbaka regarding the presidential candidate of the Labour Party, Mr. Peter Obi. Speaking during the church service for the first time after the suspension, Father Mbaka said the Holy Spirit has given him a vision about Nigeria. According to the man of God, the vision is not meant for public consumption. He said, early morning today, as I was asking God about Adoration Ministry and myself, the Spirit led me into the temple in the presence of the Eucharist. I was asking the Holy Spirit, can you please give me a vision? Please give me a vision. Instead of giving me the vision about the ministry, he gave me a vision about Nigeria. It would interest you to understand that there are private vision and there are public vision. There are some visions that should not be disclosed publicly, and there are visions that should be disclosed publicly. The vision he gave me, I can't disclose it. The question is then, why did you mention it?
The Adoration Ministry and myself, the Spirit led me into the temple in the presence of the Eucharist. I was asking the Holy Spirit, please, can you give me a vision? Instead of giving me a vision for the ministry, he gave me a vision for Nigeria. Praise the living God. It will interest you to understand that there are public visions and private visions. There are some visions that should not be disclosed publicly, and some visions that should be disclosed publicly. Asking God about the Adoration Ministry and myself, the Spirit led me into the temple in the presence of the Eucharist. I was asking the Holy Spirit, please, can you give me a vision? Instead of giving me a vision for the ministry, he gave me a vision for Nigeria. Praise the living God.
All right, welcome back. You have heard what Reverend Father Mbaka is saying. Well, the spirit is strong on him, and I think going forward, yeah, just maybe personal. This is just me talking now, not general. Maybe he has this calling for politics. I don't know, but if you listen to him properly, now you heard from the horse's mouth. If you listen to Reverend Father Jike properly, Father properly, you realize that he didn't come strong to see any vision for Nigeria. He said that he wanted the Lord to speak expressly to him concerning himself and his ministry where he's totally concentrating on. But alas, it was actually about Nigeria. But in some other news, still on the same matter, some persons believe that at some point, he said some persons are wasting their time. I couldn't capture that, but this is some of the things that was said. He said the Reverend Father Atiku Mbaka of Adoration Ministry had spoken concerning the 2023 general elections as at Sunday, October 2nd. The Lord said that the vision shall surely come to pass, even if it tarries. Just wait for it. If not for the warning of the Holy Spirit, I would have given Nigeria a simple solution. But just wait. Okay, he said, look, he already have an idea based on the fact that the Holy Spirit had already given him a foreknowledge of what is to happen. But then still the same HS, Holy Spirit had told him to, not to disclose it because it's meant to be private. Okay, but we can't take it away from him. He has a call upon his life. But the Nigerians just believe that he should be a bit more should I call it prudent now with his words? It should be, some persons over time, Nigerians are very religious people, and Nigerian nation is a religious nation, and we usually take religion to the highest level. So more often than not, pastors, imams, religious leaders have a way of influencing Nigerians and their decisions. All you need to do is just say, thus saith the Lord, and you've gotten a lot of attention of Nigerians, especially if you're always on point in your prophecies. So sometimes their decisions or their influence have a way of directing the decisions of most Nigerians, and that's why most times most politicians like to go religious whenever it is time for politics, because they always have this feeling that, okay, you have if an influence over some certain persons, and a whole lot of Nigerians respect your religious stand, and you could bring that religious stand to a secular stand by just saying, just a good word here and there for me could bring Nigerians' attention towards my side, and that has always been working. Look at the time of Olusegun Obasanjo. When he wanted to campaign, he would visit churches like Redeemed Christian Church of God, Papa Enoch Adejare Adeboye. He would visit, some of those prominent men, Adeboye, Oyedepo, Bishop David Oyedepo. In fact, he even visits the likes of Pastor Chris Oyahilome of Christ Embassy. All those things are like a way of saying, I associate myself with the church, and the pastorate knows that I am good, so to speak. Just chipping a word while you pray for me concerning, what is happening and all that. So whenever people see them in church, okay, this is part of our church and all that. So it has a way really of giving them edges. But Nigerians believe that 2023 is a decider. All religious leaders should please stay away. Just look at what is happening. We don't want to go religious. We want to look at the situations square, head and square, and tell ourselves the truth that this needs to stop, and we don't want to go on both ethnical lines or religious lines. I guess, whatever it is he has seen, and the Holy Spirit has warned him, I believe he understands what obedience means, obeying the voice of the Holy Spirit. If he says, don't make it public, please do not make it public, even for your own good. I don't think Nigerians will smile too much if he eventually makes anything public that may not or go well for the Nigerian youth who already have a voice. That's where we're going to wrap it up. Let's meet in our comment section. What's your take on this? Welcome back, Pastor Reverend Father Atiku Mbaka. We wish you a better reign, and let's also hope that politics does not put you in another situation again. Have a nice time. God bless you all.